I'm in the commercial real estate industry, and it is a very white male dominated industry, as a lot of investment class businesses are, and there is a little bit of an intimidation factor. I'll never forget, I was at a conference, and I was the only female of color. I believe, perhaps the only person of color in the room. And I'm sitting there in this, in this room, in this learning environment of maybe 40 or 50 people, with my, very ethnic hair and look. And I decided that I was going to be memorable. If I was going to be in that environment, and clearly was going to visually stand out a bit, then they were going to not just remember me for the way I looked, but remember me for what I had to say. So I spoke up and I engaged, and I raised my hand and asked questions and gave answers, and wanted to make sure that I left an impression. My name's Tahirah. It's difficult to pronounce. It's difficult to spell. People remember it. So if you're going to be different, then be different for being awesome, and try to bring that to the environment. People, ask me, do you encounter racism? Do you encounter sexism? And my response to that is always, I'm sure that I do. I'm positive that people try to categorize me or put me in a box, or burst a bubble burst a hole in my bubble all the time. And I just don't see it. I just go through life, B&T, bring in what I can to the table, and if someone is trying to marginalize me, then it's just going over my head, because I'm not gonna allow that. I'm not gonna allow myself to get into that mindset, and that doesn't mean that I don't sometimes walk into the room and feel a moment of hesitation, but I just allow it to be a moment, and then I recognize that I bring something of value to the conversation, and I'm gonna go bring that. And if someone is uncomfortable with that, then they're uncomfortable all by themselves. It's their problem, not mine.